So on behalf of ZILLIONe Business Solutions, let me welcome you all for today's webinar. It's the launch of the ZILLIONe's mobile app for Sage 300 ERP. First of all, we hope you all are staying safe and working from home. And also we are sure all the companies who are joining us today have taken the required measurements to minimize the COVID-19 effect on their businesses. Sage 300 ERP, well known as ACPAC, has evolved from a traditional accounting package to a comprehensive, fully fledged ERP system during the past several years, which can cater to almost all the domains of an enterprise at the moment. We at ZILLIONe, as the #1 ERP partner in Sri Lanka, are committed to provide the best for our clients to get the maximum out of their ERP investment. As all of you know, we conduct these webinars frequently to introduce you new product features, solution improvements, product upgrades, and even the latest developments in process automation of each business domains, which we understand are very much relevant to all of the business processes that you're involved in, all your unique processes and business domains. Well, today is another milestone for us as we are launching a mobile app for Sage 300 ERP. That's for the first time. Well, most of you asked the question why it took long, and we must say that it took a lot of R&D and a lot of hard work based on the data and feedback we collected from you all for many years for us to release the perfect product. Let us also make this a moment to thank you all our loyal clients who helped us with their valuable feedback and input to make this project a success. Right, so without any further ado, let's move to the product presentation. We have John, one of our experienced ERP consultants, who will be taking you through the product and its features. John, you can proceed from here.
Thank you for that, Amila. A very good day to all of you. And by introduction again, my name is John Fernando. I'm a business consultant here at ZILLIONe. It is indeed a pleasure to have all of you logged in today for the launch of our very own mobile application for Sage 300. So I'm pretty sure you all will agree that Sage 300 has added a lot of value already to your business functions throughout the platform. And to add to that, our research has shown that the platform is considered to be one of the most reliable systems out there. It has also grown immensely since its inception back from the ACPAC days and is accepted globally. It has also facilitated businesses to make key business decisions and transform themselves to have the edge over their competition. Sage also boasts about its global user base, and aren't we glad to have a few of them on this call here today as well. Apart from that, you would always agree that it has always supported many organizations with customizations to meet most of your key business decisions. So with all of this, you and I both can agree that Sage 300 is one of the most preferred ERPs out there. Addressing the business challenges for an ERP. However good an ERP system could be, there are quite a few challenges that many of our users still face due to the ever-changing world we live in. The current COVID pandemic is the best example for us there. And taking these problems into consideration, we at ZILLIONe feel that it is our duty to address these problems with the Sage ecosystem that we all are part of. So where do we start? We thought the best way we could start is by simplifying the ERP process. Sage boasts about accelerating innovation. We are bringing that in with a Sage mobile app. By using all these features that we'll be proposing and we'll be developing, you're bound to increase your productivity and thereby in return maximize your revenue and initially stabilize your operation as well. So like Amila just mentioned to you, we did a comprehensive survey with our users and our clients. I'm pretty sure most of you would have been a part of it as well. So with those customer insights, what we derived was that most of our customers are in need of viewing their outstanding receivables and payables at their fingertips. They would like to have access to a comprehensive dashboard, be able to view targets and achievements, and also be able to perform approvals on the app. So with taking those into consideration, we came up with the driving forces for the Sage mobile app. So like I said, Sage has one of the strongest user bases in the world in the ERP community. It has its global presence, it's acceptable, it's accurate, and it's with a mobile app, we can definitely make sure that you have mobility across the board. So these driving forces will definitely add value to you via the mobile app. You'll be able to perform your ERP functions in a more streamlined manner, more accessible manner, and also wherever you are in the world, where even if you're working from home in a pandemic situation, you still have access to key business insights through the Sage mobile app. So our value proposition, in a very simple term, so basically what we want to do is ensure that we simplify your complex business processes for yourselves and bring in ERP functionality to your fingertips. So strengthen business relationships is actually one of our key value propositions as well. So how could this happen is we'll be facilitating you to communicate with your customers directly, with your partners, with the Sage ecosystem. And by that, what you'll be doing is by using a mobile app and using this Sage 300 mobile app, you'll be strengthening your business relationships. And also, in case you do bounce into a few roadblocks here and there, you'll definitely have support services. You'll be able to get in touch with our support team. You'll be able to get in touch with your technical team as well in future. So, and in case it might not be just on the mobile app, but even through your ERP system, you will be able to, lodge a support ticket and get our assistance very easily. And also, one of the most important things is this mobile app would be providing real-time insights for you. And like I always said, it's 24/7 accessible. So giving you a very brief product overview here, currently we have actually developed 3 fully functioning modules. That is the dashboard, the customer information module, and the accounts receivable module. The technology stack, the mobile app actually has been developed using ZILLIONe forms. The admin web app is developed using Angular 6 Plus. The backend, we've used ms.net and Web API for the backend, and as well as the database, we are using the SQL Server 2016. So at the very introduction, also we mentioned today is a very special day for us. The entire ZILLIONe family is proud to be able to launch our mobile application for Sage 300. And in terms of the supporting systems, the Sage mobile app is right now compatible on Android OS, but very soon we'll be having the iOS version out there as well for those Apple users. And it supports all versions of Sage 300 ERP as well. So once you configure your mobile application to be using it on Sage, you won't have any problems. Even if you're using one of the latest versions of Sage or a few versions back, you'll still get all the features and facilities that the mobile app has to offer. So without further ado, why don't we take a glimpse at our mobile application and what we have to offer for you. So just like any mobile app, the first step is for you to log in. So once you get your username and password, you'll just have to enter it here. And so basically, once the username is added, actually you'll have a drop down of your company here, or the listed companies if you have multiple companies for your organization. So just type it in for now. And you click on login. So once you click on login, it takes you to our home page. So you could see here we have 6 modules here for the moment. 3 of them are fully functioning. The user control one would be shipped out very soon. So we have the dashboard, we have the customers, we have the receivables, salespeople, and the user control. Before I get into more detail of each of these modules, I would like to take you to one of the most simplest steps in the app is where you configure your application or your user role on the application. So what we have done here is you need to add your device to the user list. So what you'll be doing here is so basically what you can do is you can use multiple devices, but all of those devices need to be authorized by whoever the authorization person in your organization could be. So here, for example, in this mobile device has been or this user has been registered under 3 devices. He has office phone, personal mobile, and a work tablet. So just like that, you need to add your devices here, and then it will be listed out to show how many devices you are currently using. And the very simple authorization step where you can enter your current password and change your password to whatever you wish. So taking you to the first module actually, which is our dashboard. So once you click into the dashboard, you'll be able, there are 4 different tabs here, which provides you information of open documents, snapshots of top 5 selling items, top customers by billing, and a customer 360 view. So let's start off with the first one, the open documents. So here what you'll be able to see is within your organization, you'll be able to see all the open documents, the codes, the orders, the shipments for that particular week, for that particular month, and for that particular year as well. So with this information, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to understand what is still pending in your organization, what needs to be addressed. Why do you have 32 invoices still open? Those are things as decision makers you need to follow up on. So with information like this at your fingertips, you are bound to increase your productivity, like I said before, and you're going to get more streamlined and efficient business process out there within your organization by using a mobile app like this. So these key business insights would definitely add value to you. And going ahead with your top 5 selling items. So if you want to know what has been moving fast within your organization with a pictorial graph like this at your fingertips, you definitely can make a conclusion with that decision. So again, we have a week view, the top 5 selling items within that particular month, and also top 5 selling items within that year. So if in case you had planned at the beginning of the year to sell, for in this example, more bulletin boards, it very clearly shows you that you have not met those targets in terms of the bulletin board, but the desk notebook has performed very well for your organization in this particular example. So like that, you'll be able to get very key insights. You'll be able to get very vital information of your top 5 selling items as well. And then the top customers by billing. So in case you do not have any information here, it would not show up. So for this demo, we have added the top customers by billing for this particular year. So a year classification. And here you'll be able to see who is the most performing customer. So for example, if you take the least performing customer here, the bargain March show, there you probably would like to get in touch with them and see whether there are any sales opportunities you have to gain from them. And in the other way, what you can do is you can speak to a customer, for example, Breakaway Designs in this example, and probably offer them a concession rate for their next order, since they have brought in the most amount of sales to your organization. The next step would be what we have developed is the customer 360 view. So as the name says, you can get a 360 view of your customer. So Until you populate, it will show up. It will show your customers' details, the outstanding balance of the customer at this very moment, the number of open invoices, the total days these customers take to pay, the total invoices paid, and the average days to pay an invoice. So what you need to do is you have to click on the right hand corner, and then you'll have your entire customer list here. So even here you'll be able to get a snapshot of how your customers have been performing. So for this example, we'll be selecting Bargain Mart Auckland. So once you select on that and you go down, click proceed, you'll be able to see the performance or 360 view of this customer and how he has performed over a period of time. So this could be very alarming for a finance manager, I would say, because this particular customer has taken total of 304 days to pay his invoices, and he has actually paid only 2 invoices, and he has an average of 152 days to pay an invoice. Usually I think the norm would be 50 to 60 days to settle off an invoice. It can differ from organization to organization, but something like this definitely could be quite alarming. So with insight like this, what you need to do is you need to you could tell your subordinates, or if you are the main contact person who is maintaining the business relationship with this particular customer, you are able to go back to him and probably follow up and get the cash back into your organization, and probably fuel your cash flow as well from that. So with information like that, I think the next step what you could do is go contact your customers. So that you can do by this customers tab. So when you click on the customers tab, it will show you again the top 5 customers by amounts due. You could actually search for these customers and start calling them and probably collecting the dues from them, or you can just have a very quick snapshot of this particular customer. So the previous tab in the customer 360 view, we noticed that Bargain Mart Auckland hadn't paid their dues on time. So you come back into the customers tab here, you click on it. Once you so in this demo, it's difficult for me to demonstrate a right swipe. So you come to any customers list here, and then once you click a right swipe, you get the contact info tab, and from here you'll be able to get in touch with your client. So once you have listed your mobile numbers, the work emails, and even the address if you are going to visit the client on that day, you have all of that at your fingertips. And if in case we are looking for example, let's open out the custom. So on the right hand side, when you swipe left, you can view those customers profiles, and here you can get a very good snapshot of how that particular customer has performed. So this particular customer called Custom Comfort has done quite well, I would say, in comparison to the previous example of Bargain Automat. So this year actually his sales have increased quite a lot. You can go compare by each month compared to last year how he has performed, and then you will be able to actually make a valuable sales decision as to whether you could probably foresee sales coming in from this particular client, or whether you might have to, in case for example if it was in June, what you would do is in that particular year compared to last year, you would get in touch with them and probably try to sell more, because June has been his lowest month. So you can come into key business decisions like that. So this is the customers overview. So then you can the quotes, invoices, and notes modules are still under maintenance, but they will be shipped out very soon to you. So once you click on the customer, you'll be able to see the respective number of quotes he has, the invoices, and the notes of that particular customer. But for now, you have this information, which you can still make a very insightful decision as a key business user and a user of this mobile app. So here you can see the highest balance this year, the highest balance last year, largest invoice, and once you have proper data. So basically what we'll be doing is definitely plugging in your Sage platform and your instance and connecting it directly with your mobile app, so you'll be having all your information at your fingertips here. So once you have more accurate information, you'll be able to even make better decisions in terms of your customers. The next tab I would like to show you is our receivables tab. Um, so I think the receivables would be one of the most and was one of the most asked for features in our survey as well. So hence we took to developing this module for you all. So here you can see the data outstanding of 1,962,300, which is your total outstanding at that particular date. So how much are you going to collect from this to fuel your cash flows is the decision you will have to make. And once you scroll down to the bottom, you'll be able to see your receivable agent. So currently there are quite a few debts outstanding for over 90 days. Then there are a few that are outstanding for between 60 to 90 days. Then with this graph, you'll be able to identify what is between 31 to 60 days and 1 to 30 days, and what are the current outstanding amounts as well. So I think this graph is very vital for anyone who is following up on outstanding debts. Be able to see where your organization stands in terms of the receivable aging as well. So here we have the top 5 overdue invoices. If you click see more, you'll be able to see top 10. And here again, you'll be able to see how many days this particular invoice is overdue. So Bargain Automat again from our previous example is top in the list here with 690 days overdue for those 2 particular invoices, and the rest to follow as well. So I mean, this is critical information here. It will be real time once you have your instances plugged on, and you'll be able to definitely get a very good overview of where your organization stands in terms of your data outstanding. You could always go and filter by date as well. So today the 20th, you see the information hypothetically for the 20th of November. You can go back, click on another date, for example, 1st of October, and you could see the outstanding. So I think compared to October, you have collected, your organization has collected a few debts which were over 90 days, which why it showed a bit less in the previous screen. And just like that, you can still see that there are few customers from back in the day when you compare to today that haven't settled their overdue. So I mean, with information like this, you are bound to make better financial decisions as well in terms of giving credit facilities to your clients, extending credit periods. You could definitely see who is performing well and who is performing not so well. And then the final module I would like to demonstrate to you today is the user control module. So this is where you actually bring in the controls to your organization. So there is a backend web app where you would have to actually go and create your users. So once those users have created and once they log in, once they have downloaded the app onto their Android devices and they log in for the first time, they would have to add their devices. I think on the very first screen I showed you where they add the devices or where you add your own devices. So if you are not an admin, you would be adding the devices, and this is where all the users that have added the devices would show up. And as a admin user here, this is the place where you would be able to accept whatever the device requests that come into your organization. So you have to just click approve, and then you will have to enter your password here, and then once you click submit, that particular request would be accepted, and that user would be able to start using that particular device with information to your Sage ERP. If in case you want to reject as well, you can do that, and the request would be rejected successfully. In case you want to change your password again, this is not your login password, but this is your authorization code password, where you accept and reject your device request. So from here, just like any other screen where you have to just enter your current password and enter the new password, and then you can update your password. So these are the main features we have developed on the mobile app for now. So let me quickly take you to the presentation, back to the presentation, and I would like to show you what we have to offer for you. Before that, I would like to take you through our system architecture, to be honest. In a very brief snapshot, our system architecture is planned in such a way. So basically, our platform would allow you to communicate with both cloud enterprises as well as on-premise Sage 300 ERP enterprises as well. And also, this is where you would get connected to the ZILLIOne admin, where you would have to add your users who would be using the particular app. That will take you demonstrate on another day. It might be a bit more technical there, where you can create your users. And however, our web app, our mobile users or your mobile users would be definitely able to use the mobile app, even if you're using a Sage 300 cloud version or Sage 300 on-premise version. And the web app actually is where we have all the security layers in place, and where you can add all your controls in terms of your users for your organization. So what to next expect in the near future? I think this could be a key area where that's running a few thoughts that are running in your head right now as well. Like I said, the sales and salespeople module is one of our most prioritized modules, which will be shipped out soon for you as well. We are planning on giving you a customizable dashboard. Apart from the one you saw, you might be able to, and you should be able to, add a few of the widgets that you prefer to have on your dashboard. Access to support desk as well. So, for example, if you encounter a problem while using the mobile app, you will be, or while you are using your Sage 300 ERP at your workplace, you definitely should be able to log a support ticket conveniently, and that you should be able to do through a support desk access module on the mobile app. We'll be bringing in role-based navigation, where so you can categorize different users based on different modules and for your different departments within your organization as well. And key contact triaging is what I spoke of earlier, is where you can get in touch with your clients directly, where you can get in touch with your relevant account managers here at ZILLIOne, as well as get in touch with Sage ecosystem if in case you have to, and an action tracker for all of you. As well, in case you need to plan out or you need to make key business decisions, or you need to follow up on particular invoices that you see via the mobile app and insights that you have planned out. So you can have an action tracker to plan all of that as well. So these are, I think, once these come in as well, and obviously we will be continuing to improve from this point. So you might know we have actually developed some of the web apps and mobile applications for some of the largest companies in Sri Lanka as well. So we are fluent on how it is done, and we will continue to improve this mobile application from this point on. It's just a start. This is what we have for the moment, but as we move on, we'll definitely be able to provide you better services and modules for your organization. All right, then that is it for now from my end. Thank you all for listening. We'll be definitely in touch with you soon, and we'll let you know how you can get your hands on the application. I believe your respective account managers would triage with you soon as well. So do get your hands on the app, and please do send us your feedback and comments. So you would understand this is a beta release from my end, and with your input, we'll be able to cater to more of your requirements. So it is important that you, we during this phase, we actually maintain good relationships in terms of the mobile app, and provide your feedback, continuous feedback, and we could start improving the app from there on. But once again, thank you for all your time listening today, and I promise you we won't take too long since you hear from us again with our latest release as well. So you stay safe and have a great day. Over to you, Amila.
Thank you, John. Thank you. I think it was very clear on the features and improvements and what we expect in the future as well. So it's time to discuss any concerns or questions you'll have. If you have any questions, you can always put it in the question pane, and we will try to answer as much as questions you can. Thank you. Right, I think we have one question here. Somebody's asking, can we use to check the supplier side? Yeah, is Daminda there? I think Daminda can answer this question.
Amila, thank you. Yes, now there is a roadmap for our product. So in future it will come in, because at the moment it is connected for the customers, but we are working on the roadmap. It will be coming in. Yeah.
Right, thanks, Daminda. I think there's another question on how to get the application to organization, how to get it installed for you. As we introduced, there's a special offer as well for the participants today. So what you can do is contact our sales team or relevant account manager of yours, and we'll guide through the process on how to get it installed. And so what we'll be offering is actually what the existing product, and whatever the updates coming also we'll be offering to you free of charge. Thank you. Right, Daminda, we have another question. Somebody wants to know what is there for sales officers who works in distribution. I think it's mainly about the distribution industry.
Yeah, Amila, now when it's come into the presentation, it has been clearly so the sale part is the next part that we are looking at. At the moment, it is under the development where it will be coming very near future. That's order acceptance and the payments parts will come there.
Right, great, thanks, Daminda. Right, I think we have another question on the hardware requirement, the device compatibility of the application. Daminda, can you also explain about the hardware requirement, the Android requirement, the minimum requirement for the application?
Yeah, thanks, Amila, for that question. Now, at the moment, this app is compiled for Android, but very recent we are looking at to the release of iOS version as well. Now, for installing and implementing this application has two parts actually. One is you have the mobile application which is run on the Android platform. The second part is now again it has to be connected. The application, the mobile application has to be connected with the on-prem data. So we'll be deploying additional service layer on your on-prem data center, whereas it will be connected with the Sage API through the APIs into your database. So the communication happens in between the front-end the mobile application and through your backend. At the moment, there is no additional requirements of hardware, just you need to use it. Whereas now you have Sage application implemented somewhere, so we need a IIS, Microsoft Internet Information Server, where only we need it. So we can host it then in the same application. But in addition, you may need a public IP where you need to open this particular service layer to internet. Then only it can be connected and consumed, because this application, mobile application, you can access from anywhere, right? It is in hosted. I think I answered that. So,
right. That's great. I mean, thanks for answering that. We have another question. I think we can get Danushka for this. Julie wants to know, is there anything on accounts payable, purchasing, and receiving? Danushka, hope you can hear us. Right, Daminda, would you like to answer that question? There's Julie, I think she's asking whether there's anything on accounts payable, purchasing, and receiving on the application.
Yeah, I think account payable side, there are certain, at the moment you can see only the customer position, but there are some other features we're going to be added in now. It's like now we are in the process of developing this application. This is the initial phase we have deployed, but this product is going to be evolved within next couple of months time. So we are working on those things. Those things will be coming and implementing the application. Yeah, and there's another question also. I can see that any other ERP can be integrated. At the moment, this is specially designed for Sage. So in future we may able to look into it, but at the moment it is for the Sage.
I think, I mean, there are a few more questions for you. Somebody wants to know how fast the data can be synchronized between the application and ERP data.
Okay, in that the synchronization, actually we are not going to store any of the data in these personal devices or the mobile. It's like as I initially explained, there is a service layer or the web API, what we call in technical word, will be deployed in your on-prem server. It will be real time, near real time calls. There is no delay in there. The current position, straight away mobile app access your on-prem data and get it. So it's a near real time view of your data.
Great. That also, can you explain about the security side of the application?
Thanks for that question. Now, when it comes to security, now we are all governance these communications through token-driven security. That is what we are doing. There is a token. But when it comes to implementation of security, now you will be very vital and cautious about your data, because those data is very sensitive data when it comes to financials. So our design is where even though ZILLIOne is doing this admin role for your application, the ZILLIOne team even can't not able to access any of your data, because now when it comes to add devices, the device adding part only can be done within your organization, particular nominated 1 or 2 people who are called as admin. When it comes to admin, they will be given a super password, where using that password only that they are able to create and address devices into your network. So even that particular super password is not visible to ZILLIOne team as well. So with that, the security is granted, and the communication is even if it is through the secure token generated model.
Great. I think that answered the question. There's another question about a different version. I think they're asking whether the beta version is available like most of other mobile apps, which has 2 different versions, maybe light version likewise. So, Daminda, do you have anything like this for our Sage application?
Yeah, now at the moment it's like we have a beta version also that we can connect it with you, but when it comes to deployment, you can understand this is not like a app where I just straight away download and plug and play, because your data is in on-prem. So then we have to have a small deployment component in your data center which can connect your on-prem Sage data into the mobile app. So that's how it's work. So that beta version again we can, yes, we can release it. I think there are certain ways of doing that, the things. So yeah, we can work in on that. So you just want to make sure, just we can make a request that you want, then our team will look into that.
Right, I think we are getting a few more questions here. There's another question about the data entry, like the posting on the application itself. Somebody wants to know whether you can do the bookkeeping in the application itself, or whether you can see only the entered data in the ERP.
Yeah, at the moment the current version only give you the view of the data, but at the moment there is no additional data capturing. But when it comes to sales and other modules, it will start capturing data as well. At the moment, it's a, you can view a snapshot of your business through the mobile app anywhere from world, at the world. That's what we this current version bring you.
Right, great. I think hope we are expecting more improvements in the future releases. So I think that explained the answer. Also, there's another question, Daminda, on the authorization levels. Like somebody's asking, are there levels of data visibility? As an example, for a manager, financial controller, or vice president, likewise.
Yes, exactly. Now, when it comes, this application is role-based driven. So you can give the permission to individual user categories, where when it comes to create the user, you can create and put it into different categories. You may have different user categories like manager, vice president, CEO, likewise. So you can put this, you can connect all these users into those categories, then automatically the permission will be applied. So there is a control.
Right. Thanks. But I think we have a few more minutes, so we can take some more questions if you'll have. So just pause it here and we'll take it one by one. Thank you. Right, I see somebody's interested in knowing the sharing and printing functionality of the application. What can you say about that, Daminda?
Yeah, now sharing information at the moment is not available in the application, but yes, we can do the printing parts also. It can be implemented. Right. So now this is like once the Jan also mentioned at the beginning, this application is developed based on a survey we have done little bit quite time back. So based on that, but there are certain other functions that we want to implement, and we can implement now today. Also, you can get some comments about it. So analyzing all these things will be define our new product versions releases with new features. So yes, we can look into that as well.
Great, Daminda, thanks. Well, then there's another question on the roadmap of the application. I think now somebody wants to know in the future, will there be any incorporation with the other modules of the ERP as well, like asset management, APR, things like that?
Yeah, definitely. It's like an open forum. Actually, we are looking at to do time-to-time service on our customers and through the help of Sage and other customers as well. Based on their comments, what is mostly needed will be implemented first. So yes, all are open things, the modules and the features will be working on it.
Right. I mean, I think we answered this question initially, but there's again this question is coming. Somebody wants to know the minimum Android or the iOS version requirement and probably the hardware requirement as well.
Yeah, okay. When it's come to iOS, the latest version, but for the Android, it's like a Jelly Bean and above version will work for you. And for the hardware requirement, so this you can connect it with your employees or the staff mobile phones, tablets, or whatever current version is support Android, whatever the device which run Android. When it's come to hardware requirement to your backend servers, this it only have a small service component to be deployed. We are looking at to deploy in your same Sage hardware environment. So it only need IIS and it will be connect to the Sage APIs as well as to your Sage databases. Now it's there is no additional requirement. Only need this IIS probably in from Windows Server. It's coming as a pre-component there.
Right. Thanks, Simon. There's another question on the integration. Somebody wants to know, it's a one-way integration. Now we have the both the integration on this.
Yeah, it's a both the integration is there. I think now when it's come to access, most of these scenarios demonstrated in today's presentation now one-way access where it's only show you the details. But it's come to getting the data entered, like when it's come to capturing sales and other details, there will be two-way communication happening.
Great. Thanks, Simon. Right. There's another question on the version compatibility of the Sage 300 ERP. Somebody wants to know whether they need to upgrade to the latest version of Sage 300 ERP for it to be compatible with the mobile app. I think Danushka or Damin, anyone can answer this question.
Is Danushka available?
I think he's having trouble with his mic. So Damin, can you comment on
Yeah.
this?
Now at the moment this is compatible with all this say 300 version, even though it is not the latest. So but exact number or the version number we can share with you, but all 300 version it is supported.
Great, great. I think as we understand, any version beyond version 5.4 of Sage 300 ERP should be able to compatible with this. So I think most of our clients, the existing clients, most of them are on version 6 plus, so it shouldn't be for the majority of the existing installations. Yeah, I think we still have time to take a few more questions, so we can wait for a few minutes. Right. We have another question here. Do we need to run any? Right. Do we need to run at any end to get data update in app? I think they're asking about the day in run, I think, to get the data on the application. I mean, can you comment on that?
Not exactly, because now this is what I initially also explained. This has API level directly connected to your Sage database plus APIs at near real time. There is no dumping and all these things happening. So the current exact view of the Sage can be visible through the mobile app. That's how it's done.
Great. I think that's an exciting feature because you don't have to do anything. Just it's a real-time update. I guess that's great. Right. So if you don't have any more questions, I think we can end the webinar now. And as we announced when we did the initial announcement, so all the other existing clients who are with us in a service level agreement will be getting this application for the users. And also the iOS version of this will be released very soon in the next couple of weeks. Right. And so if you have any concerns or clarifications on this, you can always contact our sales team or your account managers or respective account managers of your companies. So we'll be more than happy to assist you with any of these things. And also regarding the installation of this for your organizations, contact us after this and we'll guide you through the process. So the offers we promised initially will be given for all of you all. Right, so on behalf of ZILLIONe, I would like to thank you all for sparing your valuable time to attend this today. And stay safe, and we'll meet again with another webinar like this. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.